Make sure you watch until the end to see how you can win free gear and products. Hey, this is PJ with CLK Supplies, and I am here with my dad Pete and my oldest daughter Addie, and we're going to give you a tour of another one of my dad's locksmithing locations. Now, Dad, this would be the downtown location, you would call it, right?
Yes.
This is the highest density of population here.
Yes.
And how long have you owned this store for?
5 years, and it's the smallest shop of all. And the only reason why I'm still in this location is because it's been here 45 years.
Yep, absolutely. Now, what we'll do is we'll kind of give everyone a tour of everything. We'll kind of go into depth, and then, I figure we'll have 3 generations here, and we'll have Addie ask you some questions along the way.
Sounds good to me.
So about 5 years ago, you decided to purchase this locksmithing business. Now, this is one that a business that you had been competing against ever since you came to Idaho, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you can kind of walk us through the decision to purchase this existing locksmithing business compared to just opening up a separate, location downtown here to compete against this one.
Well, I found out it was for sale. Mm-hmm. So I go, well, might as well check into it and see if it's something I'm interested in, because I was gonna open something down here.
Okay.
And
just add another location?
Yes.
Okay.
And I said, well, that one's been around 45 years, so they know where to come.
Very true.
So
right. Now, was this the oldest one in the area?
Yes.
Okay. So it's been around a long time.
Yes.
Now, this one's a lot smaller than your other stores.
A lot smaller.
How has it been trying to make the space work?
Well, the guy who had it before me didn't have any safes or anything, very few key rings, where right now it's packed. We're blowing out at the seams, but until, we decide to do something else. It's a great location.
Okay. How was the transition from taking over an existing locksmithing business and with customers walking through the door? Was it a hard transition? Was it easy?
It was pretty easy, really. Some people said, oh, where's Clark? And I said, well, we purchased it. And he goes, oh, I didn't even know it was for sale. Okay. And everything went smooth.
It didn't. No, you spent a lot of time down here when you first purchased it, right? Mm-hmm. Just to help try to ease the transition.
Right.
Okay.
For about a year.
Mm-hmm. That's a big commitment.
Oh, yeah, because you got other stuff to do, too.
Yeah. Now, are you happy that you purchased this location? Has it worked out good for you?
Absolutely. No ands, ifs, or buts.
Really?
Yeah. Financially, it's been very good.
It has. And have you been able to retain most of the customer base? Because, the interesting part from my perspective, watching this happen was, you have, the largest locksmithing business in the area. And this one was, customers to some degree chose to not use you and use this business. And so watching that, be like, hey, I know you guys, and maybe I don't like you guys, or, I like this company, had to be sometimes a little awkward, a little bit with.
Oh, yeah. Some people go, oh, I don't like you guys. I said, well, I'm sorry, but we're here to help you. Uh-huh. And they walk out.
Really?
Yeah, I've had a couple like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's just real life.
You can't please everybody.
You can't.
You try, but it doesn't always work.
Okay. Yeah. All right, well, let's start the tour.
Okay.
So, Grandpa, I know this is a small space and you have these safes here. What made you choose these exact safes and how did they sell?
Well, they sell pretty well, but there's a variety, from gun safes to home safes to pistol safes, drop safes. Just put as many as I could in the space, and as you can see behind you, you've got to sort of move it to show it because it's so tight in here. It's only about 500 square feet in the shop itself.
So Grandpa, I know you have a lot of stock here. Do you use that for retail for the customers, or do you use it in the vans?
Both. We sell a lot of merchandise out of the stores, and when the guys and gals in the vans run out, they restock it through the shop, and then we reorder it and fill the store back up.
So here we are with your wall or bench of key machines here, similar to the other store that we looked at.
Right.
I'm curious, which machines here are new that you added, and which machines did you decide to leave?
4 machines are new, and 3 are old.
Okay, so I'm guessing this one was original?
Yeah, this is a slaughter.
A slaughter machine for like safety deposit box.
Right.
Now it looks like you have a tubular key machine here.
Right.
That was new, or
no? I bought it through another lock shop and brought it here.
You brought it here, okay. Then you have your 1200. Did that come with the business, or
Yes.
did you add that?
No, that was here.
Okay, I'm guessing the Futura Auto you added,
Yes.
and then the JMA Nomad you added, I'm
Yes.
sure. And then at the end here, there you have an older machine
Right.
as well that came with it.
Yes.
So it looks like kind of 50-50 new machine
Yep.
to add.
So Grandpa, you have a lot of keys on the wall here. Is it set up like your other shop?
Pretty much so. Keys start at A and end in Z. And then we have an automotive section, foreign, domestic, boats, and utility, equipment.
Now, if I worked for you, how would you tell me to find a key?
Tell you to look on the key to see what it says, and that will help you. But if there's nothing, I'd say go to the book, ask the customer what kind of a key, what does it fit, and it just takes time to learn the board, but you'll be able to do it. So you saying you coming to work?
Don't know about that yet.
Okay.
So Grandpa, I see that you have your bolt keys right there. I can tell that you like to keep the consistency between your stores. Are these the same exact keys as your other shop?
No, we don't have enough room down here to put the automotive keys up there, but the common keys, yes, they're up here to make it easy, grab them and go. Because every store, sells different quantity of keys. Some, you'll have the popular ones, but you don't have as many autos or whatever, but every shop's a little different.
All right, so we're in the back in the workspace area of the store here. I see we have 2 different benches. How many techs work out of this location?
2.
2? Okay, and is there any service, with it being smaller than your other locations, is there any services that you don't provide at this store that you farm out to your other locations?
No, they do everything here.
Really? Safe work and all of that?
Automotive, tear downs, everything.
Okay, now you do have that garage in the back that's separate.
Right.
Is that where you'll do some of the bigger stuff if you need to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is it heated back there?
Heck no. It's freezing back there right now.
Is it? Okay. Now, is there anything that you changed in these workspaces compared to when you took the shop over?
Oh, I changed the whole store pretty much.
You did?
Yeah, I added a workspace over here. That was there. But, added shelves, added more keyboards.
Okay, so none of that existed before?
No, and the pinning kits were all in drawers where I take them out so you can see them and get a hold of them quick.
Okay.
Yeah, when I purchased this shop, this is an interesting key machine. It's a tubular key machine, older than the Sky itself, I think. But I prefer having the Scotsman because they're a lot smaller and you can decode off of them, cut by code, and duplicate. Where this one, you have to cut every key by code. You can duplicate, you just got to change another jaw to put on there. But it's awesome. It's a good key machine. And I have a bunch of old ones, so I'll keep it around, but we really don't use it that much.
Now, something I noticed in this store is the key blank overstock storage.
Right.
So in your Hayden store that we've already covered, you have all of the extra keys that hang on the wall because you know what, you can hang 10 to 20 keys here,
right,
and 50 come in a box, right? Mm-hmm. And so you put them underneath where you have your key machines.
Right.
But this location set up differently, and I see that this 2x6 kind of framework was built here to put right underneath the keyboard.
Right.
How do you like this compared to putting them underneath the key
Well, it makes it a
machines?
lot easier. You can see them.
Okay.
You can find them quicker.
Yeah, it seems like it's a really great use of space, right? I mean, they stick out, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 inches from the key hooks here. And this is typically space you wouldn't do anything with anyways.
Right. Because it's a small shop, you're tight for space, so you got to try to use every inch of it you can. And this, I thought, and go, oh yeah, this will work out well.
Yeah, I really like it. And you can even see this little ledge up top here. It looks like it's kind of used as a transition type thing. So I think it's really great. So I would say if people are, tight on space, building a 2x6 kind of rack like this is a great way, inexpensively, to make great key storage.
Yep, I agree, 100%.
All right, and that is it. Dad, thank you for giving us a tour of this location.
Yeah, no problem.
I hope it really inspires or gives people ideas on stuff that they can do or change in their existing space. But, let's kind of ask some insider baseball here for a second, which is, as far as the retail store goes, is it profitable in itself, having it staffed full time, Monday through Friday? Do you still make money just in the retail store itself?
Yeah, absolutely.
You do?
A lot of walk-in, a lot of people don't always want to pay you to come out. Okay. So having a store is a great thing because then they have the option of bringing it in.
So you're saying if someone was looking at, maybe they're mobile only, if someone was looking at expanding into a retail store kind of like this, you can still make money in 2020?
Oh, absolutely.
As a retail locksmith?
Absolutely.
Awesome. And Addie, thank you. You did a great job helping me interview Grandpa. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a great job.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Please, in the comments below, ask us your questions. Let us know your thoughts. We'd love to. I know, Dad, you'll be watching them as well.
Oh, yeah.
All right. We will see you next time. Since you just watched this video, I'm guessing that you work with locks and keys. And to us at CLK Supplies, that makes you a lock boss. And we want to hook you up. Here's how it works. Throughout the week, join the conversation and comment on our posts and videos and include the hashtag LockBoss. It's free to enter this giveaway. And every Tuesday, we're going to pick 5 winners from the previous week and hook you up with all sorts of prizes, including gear, tools, supplies. We might even send you a key machine or buy you lunch. So if you're a lock boss, join us every week to learn, grow, and win.